Gentleman from North Carolina is recognized on behalf of his amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am proud to offer an amendment today to highlight the significant impact H.R. 3 will have on companies' abilities to carry out research and development, leading to innovative medical advancements. My amendment is rather simple. It asks the GAO to conduct a study of how H.R. 3 would reduce the supply of capital for research and development. And here's the thing. If GAO determines that research and development in investments will decrease by over $10 billion annually, H.R. 3 would not go into effect. See, without this vital research, American patients would not have access to new life-saving drugs. The drastic decrease in research and development is just one of the negative effects that result from the passage of H.R. 3. This harmful legislation will impose total government control over our prescription drug industry, crippling market competition. And under this legislation, contrary to what is being said, there is no negotiating involved. The Secretary of HHS will have unilateral authority to determine drug prices and can impose financial penalties, including a tax of up to 95% on gross sales if manufacturers do not comply to this government entity. This effectively holds companies hostage to government demands and rate setting. I want to make it clear that I'm not advocating for us to ignore the serious problem Americans are facing with increased drug prices. And being completely transparent, there are some good points made with my friends across the aisle here. However, I would also ask my colleagues across the aisle to work with us to find bipartisan solutions as opposed to additional or more bureaucratic control that's being considered today. Passage of H.R. 3 will have a lasting negative impact across the country. Now, this is not a scare tactic, but to put things in perspective, in my home state of North Carolina, H.R. 3 will cost up to 45,000 jobs and $13 billion in annual economic output. By limiting innovation, reducing access to medication, delaying access to care, and tying domestic policies to other policies abroad, we are putting American patients at risk. So, I encourage my colleagues to support this amendment to protect the future of medical developments. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.